Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome back to another live stream. Should be a fun day. Oh, shoot. I need to do something real quick. I need to close the door to my office. Give me 1 second. I need to close the door to my office. Okay. Year 4 of following. Okay, nice. I'm live on YouTube, everybody. Hello, Bull. Hard fracking. Manuman. What's up, Zach? Hello, Matthew. Hey, we're gonna do. I did a giveaway in my last live stream. Hello, Megs. Did a giveaway on my last live stream of HEEHEE, and so stay tuned. Let's get Pascali. What's up? What was I just saying? When we get to 10,000 likes on here, we're going to do another giveaway. So good morning, JN, Chad, Paddling Hookers, Eli, Patrick. Good morning, Coco. Alex, where did you go? What do you mean, where did I go? I don't go live on weekends. I went live all last week. Good morning, everybody. But everyone, next week I will be in Nashville the whole week. Okay, I might not even go to the Bitcoin conference, but I will be in Nashville. All right, so I'm gonna do some networking there and maybe meet some of you. So buenos dias, Mike. Hello, thank you for those roses. All right, what are we talking about today? I mean, we got Bitcoin. Bitcoin is back within its range. That's all. Okay, we're not saying we're going to new all-time highs yet. We're not saying anything. I'm happy that it's back within its range. Do I think the bull run is back? I'm happy that Bitcoin is back within its range. Price target for AXGT, 500 million market cap. Very bullish on AXGT. So I take this as a win. All right. This is a good thing. Bitcoin, it very much could have broken down all those calls for $45,000 Bitcoin. That could still happen, but we're back within the range. And so now I'm looking for new entries on altcoins. API 3 price prediction. Let me see. I have my price target spreadsheet on my YouTube channel. You could see that on any of my videos. The link to that spreadsheet in any one of my videos, $31.82. CME gap, will it be filled? That's a good question. Yeah, I opened a short at about $60,000 Bitcoin. I closed it very quickly because of the CME gap. All right, there's always a chance that it won't be filled. And so people saying it's a bull trap. I would expect we're due for a low of some sort, a higher low. What I think is just it's a trend reversal. So the graph, $2.72. I don't have predictions for orange or track. Let's see. Have your top conviction play changed? Just curious. LCX Pendle. Can't remember the others. Those are the ones that I'm looking for good entries on right now. All right. So yes. Do you think RWA will do good? That's the main focus for investing. I wouldn't say it should be the main focus for investing, but I think RWA is one of my top 3 narratives. Mog coin. I don't know anything about Mog coin. So the other ones: LCX Pendle, Ondo, Render, AOs. I might be buying some Render and AOs sooner than I thought. I don't know. We'll see. So, nah, maybe not. We'll see. I want to, again, the play with Render and AOs is I want to buy those before the next NVIDIA earnings report. So let's see. Good morning, TARS AI. Is that a good entry? I'm not going to look at the TARS chart right now. Have you heard, got in on Earth Meta AI presale? I don't know anything about that. I'm not even going to look at it. So do you think crypto will hold these levels or a minor pump just now? Somebody mentioned, all right, you have 5K. Is it possible to turn that into 65K with AXGT, Jupiter, Pal.ai, and Ondo? It's possible. I'm not saying it's a guarantee or anything, but is this a bull trap? Portuguese girls are fire, man. No comment. I'm not married to a Portuguese girl. No comment. I have eyes only for one woman. That's right. I'm speaking that into existence. All right, so is this a bull trap? That's the question of the day. What will the higher low be? It depends on the crypto. I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised if we got back under $60,000 and that would be a good time to get in with Bitcoin. Again, we have a CME futures gap. I don't remember where that, we created one over the weekend. But listen, Trump almost getting assassinated. Look at what happened with crypto, the market, and look at what happened with investments in general. I know the Dow is up today. The market pricing in a Trump win is very bullish. The reaction to that was that if this increases the likelihood that he's going to win, and if he wins, things will go up for a time. 58.5K is the CME gap. All right, listen, we don't have to fill that. We fill that 90+% of the time, 95+% of the time. We don't have to fill that. We will most likely, it is more likely that we will fill that than that we won't from this point right now. So just keep that in mind. I would not be longing Bitcoin right now. Are we going higher eventually? Yeah. God save Trump. I mean, my goodness. You know, there's got to be some kind of divine intervention there, man. I'm sure plenty of you saw that that graphic that, like, because he turned his head at the last second. If he did not turn his head at the last second, he'd be dead. It would have gone through his brain. The head direction went, oh yeah. Listen, I'm not from a fiscal libertarian perspective, they're all exactly the same. Now, I have my views on social issues. I'm not going to include that here. But from a fiscal libertarian perspective, they all are incredibly wasteful in how they operate. They're all the same. But I'm thankful that Donald Trump is not dead. Go Argentina. Yeah, Argentina. I was surprised that Argentina won that. Unfortunately, I was not surprised that Spain won. I'm sorry. I was rooting for England, but I thought Colombia just looked amazing over the whole tournament. FK Biden Dev will do a relaunch. Not a lot of info were given yet, but what do you think about relaunching in general? I have mixed feelings. Relaunches don't usually go well, but like, you know, with FK Biden, what do you have to lose? It's like, man, that thing just plummeted. Is the CME gap will be filled? Answered that question. It would have missed his vein too. Oh, yeah. Thoughts on how high Ondo can go? I mean, I have a $3.70 price target, but it's probably going to go higher than that. Secret Service debacle. Guys, okay. All right. Women do not belong in the Secret Service. I don't care if you are a bleeding heart liberal, you do not acknowledge that men are better positioned to be, they're stronger. All the other things, they're the ones who should be Secret Service. Get these women out of the Secret Service. That's absurd. DEI is going to kill people, man. And if you disagree with me about that, it's just that you are too blinded by your nonsense that you've been injecting into your veins from the media, from whomever else, from your grade school teachers. So anyways, LCX finally came alive. What do you think about it? Great transition. LCX, 17 cents. It's got a ways to go. It has broken clearly out of its downtrend. That's a good thing. Might be good to get an entry on that soon. DEI wasn't the cause. DEI wasn't the cause. Okay. And there's women in the Secret Service. What's your entry price for Pendle? I mean, we had the entry last week. And it was perfect. Now what do I say? Pendle's been going straight up over the last few days. I'd say wait a little bit on Pendle. Maybe a lower high somewhere. Actually, you know what? I think I could give you an entry for Pendle. Give me a second here. LOL, DEI wasn't the cause. Okay, then why are there women in the Secret Service? All right, somewhere between... Oh, shoot. For Pendle, I'd be looking somewhere between 355 and 382 for an entry. What's the ticker symbol for AOS? AO's AIOZ. AIOZ, right? Yeah, I was hesitating there. Is it AOIZ? It's AIOZ. There are some tough women out there. Not tough enough to protect the president. Not a single one of them. Morning, Alex. What's your target on Cardano? $4.86. Wow, did you go there? Really? Come on. Come on, guys, let's just speak plainly with each other. Can we just speak plainly with each other? Not cloud ourselves with this, you know, trying to please whomever is listening. Thoughts on XRP, new to your lives? Oh, man. I bought some XRP last week, and I just didn't have, I suppose, the courage to say that I bought XRP last week, because I actually have done that before. I'm like, man, you know, I think XRP looks good right now. I lost hope on XRP, but I was looking at the XRP chart and I was like, I mean, the downside is so limited that I bought some, and then I took about half profit. Right now, I'd wait a little bit. Do you think EOS will deep more than 4th of July? EOS, wow, okay. EOS, 58 cents. We're talking about EOS for some reason. It certainly can dip more than the 4th of July, but I mean, is that a new bear market bottom level for EOS? Yes, it is. I wouldn't touch EOS with a 10-foot pole. I mean, the dinosaurs call EOS a dinosaur. Trans women might be tough enough. So men. I better be careful before I get banned. ASI comes today. I've heard that, yeah. I don't care. I really don't care about ASI. You did say you thought about buying it at 44 cents. Okay, I did say that. I wanted to tweet it out. So, thank you, Boydo. Morning, Mark. I respect you for being able to say it with confidence. Yeah, okay, I see what you're saying, Tony. Guys, I mean, people who support Trump, I don't love Trump. I don't hate him. And if you hate Trump, hearing me say that makes you think that I hate him, or sorry, that I love him. Can I say that I don't love Trump and I don't hate him? All right. That really galvanized people who have been closet supporters of Trump. That's what I've seen. So, thoughts on ABT? Been buying at these levels. ArcBlock's great. I don't have I haven't been charting out or looking at ArcBlock. It's still very much in a downtrend. I wouldn't quite touch it yet, but maybe, you know. 6'3" women would do the job. Okay. Will Bitcoin retain its purchasing power in recession, depression? No. One day, yes, but not today. Try not to get banned, yeah. Any hope on quant? Eventually, not right now. Let me look at the quant chart. I will try not to get banned. For TikTok being a Chinese company, it's like, there's certain things that I've said that I'm like, all right, would Chinese people be offended by this? I mean, quant's going to come back. I still don't see. I mean, all right, it's up the last few days like everything else. I don't see enough strength in it to want to get in on it right now. So, thoughts on ADA right now? Check out the short that I made on YouTube, and I posted it on all my socials, on X, on TikTok. I'm very close to getting in on Cardano, but I'm waiting for a higher low on it. I gave my entry on that. And if you guys look, I mean, I drew what I thought was Cardano's price action, what it was going to be. I drew this a month ago, and it's going along exactly how I thought it was going to go. And now I'm waiting for an entry somewhere around 37 cents for Cardano, a little over 37 cents. So Quant is so depressing. Yeah. Have you looked into CYG? I own some CYG. Their tokenomics kind of scared me, but I own some. Don't you have to like move it around a bit? So like I move it just so it doesn't get sniped or something. I think that's stupid. Thoughts on Landwolf and water at these levels? I know Landwolf has come back. People are really communicating a lot of conviction on Landwolf. And I have a lot of conviction. I think it's going over $1 billion. It's over 100 million. It's back over 100. So that's a good strength for Landwolf. You know, it can certainly go lower. And I do think, I mean, listen, again, if Bitcoin does fill that CME futures gap at 58.5, then Landwolf will be going lower, just like everything else. So maybe not. I wouldn't be buying Landwolf right now, but again, I'm looking for higher lows. Not that I would chart out Landwolf because it's so new, all that much at least. I drew some fibs on it. Water, oh man. I don't know what to say about water. $37.5 million market cap. The thing that I would say again is that they showed you who they can get on board with Lionel Messi. A single Instagram story drove it from a $20 million market cap to a $100 million market cap. That could happen at any time. And as I'm saying that, I'm starting to maybe talk myself into getting in again. I still have some. I sold some. I bought a bunch. I sold some. I'm down. So judge just dismissed Trump case. Oh, that's news to me. I'll check that out later after this live stream. All right, guys, I'm live on YouTube, World War Bitcoin. Head over there. I can't answer every question on TikTok, but I can on YouTube. So let's see. Would you scoop Tau and Tectum at these levels? I'm not going to look at a Tectum chart. I don't really look at Tectum. Tau, most likely, yes. Yeah, Tau has put in a higher high. I could give you an entry on Tau. Somewhere between 238 and 260. Somewhere around there. That's what I'd be looking to buy Tau. What do you think the bear market bottom for Bitcoin will be? I am on record saying that a year from now, November 2025, I believe Bitcoin will be lower than where it is right now. If we have a soft landing, I would expect it to be right around where it is right now. I don't think we're going to have a soft landing. If we have a hard landing, I would say under $30,000. ETH ETF this week, potentially. Do you see a drop on the news? I don't know if the market has priced that in, Will. So it may be that would cause a pump and then a drop. So what do you recommend to buy for people who are smart enough not to participate in meme coin garbage? Are you smart enough, crypto machinery? I think your question presupposes some things that are just not true. Oh, crypto machinery. But again, all right, large caps as of right now. So I bought Aerodrome a week ago. Thoughts? What it is you're just so uppity that you think you're being smart, when really meme coins when the time comes, it's gonna be a black hole for the rest of the market, because all crypto is BS except for Bitcoin. For the most part, that's not entirely true. But you have meme coins, utility cryptos. Oh no. I got disconnected from OBS. Yeah, Aerodrome. Hopefully we're good on YouTube. I got disconnected. All right, so Aerodrome. Oh wow, Aerodrome. Yeah, that looks good. So I don't know if this is gonna do. I mean, it was so oversold. Utility memes. Meme coins is just you all fighting each other over the same dollar. Right now it is, yes. No new money, it's an illusion. There will very much be new money when the time comes. I don't know if Aerodrome's coming back. If you got in on Aerodrome, just my opinion. You got the bottom. I will set an entry for Aerodrome to try to get in, but I don't have a lot of confidence that it's going to get filled. So, can Manta do a 20x from here? Yes. Yeah. ICP. Let's look at the ICP chart. Where are we at with likes? 8.1K likes. ICP making a comeback. That's good to see. Higher high on the daily. I would probably not look for a swing pattern failure trade entry on ICP, just the bottom of this range. 850, 852 or so would be my entry on ICP. Opinion about Ether. I haven't really paid attention to Ether. I really wanted to get in early, and they launched and they were $300 million market cap. I just don't care anymore. So, is it short on YouTube? Yes. Judge just dismissed Trump case. Yeah, I saw. I already responded to that. I'll look at that later. Velo is having a nice pump this morning. Thoughts? I don't have Velo on my trading view, but things are pumping. I'm not too excited about getting into altcoins right at this moment. What I would want to see is, are we going to fill this CME gap with Bitcoin? So I'd wait a few days. And then I would set entries at lower than where they are now. I plan on doing that today. So API 3 thoughts. I made a video on my YouTube channel. Wait, I bought Arrow at 61 cents. No good. No, I said that's good. I like API 3 more than Chainlink. I think it's risk to reward much better. So it's never going to flip Chainlink, but can Manta, Pendle, and Aerodrome do a 20x? Any altcoin, especially right now, I'm not loving these questions. You guys are all of a sudden asking about your 10x's and 20x's again. That makes me a little nervous. Yes. The answer to your question is yes. They can do a 20x. My Pendle price target's $57. My Aerodrome and Manta price targets are higher than 20x. But it sounds like some of you are getting a little too excited again. Can a 10x be possible by the end of the year on our portfolios by solely buying good enough altcoins? Yes. What is your thoughts on Sage? I hopped on just for like 5 minutes, a live stream with Sage and with Blockchain Boy. And then one other person, that investor. They were live. Blockchain Boy asked me if I wanted to hop on. And Sage, here's a couple things I can tell you. Sage is pretty stressed. He wants Sage to do well. He seemed pretty convincing to me that it got sniped. When it launched, as much as he tried to prevent it, it got sniped. And all those transactions you saw were transactions of people with, who got in. And, Blockchain Boy said that somebody in his Telegram group got in when it was a $400,000 market cap with a bot and sold at 30 million, something like that, and made 150 Solana. I'm open to that being the possibility. In my Telegram group, somebody showed me that evidence, and I was like, it seems like there's a lot of insiders, or it's both. I'm probably going to meet Sage for the first time next week and the Blockchain Boy, and I'm just going to talk to them. I told Sage, it legitimately, seeing how it's held up, I believe it could get to a $1 billion market cap. So, HEEHEE price target, I cannot legally give you a HEEHEE price target. Aside, I'm very bullish. I think it's going to go much higher. Market flips, All right, so we have over 10,000 likes in this live stream. Here's the deal. I'm going to do the same thing I did on Friday. If you buy, and you can't just buy and immediately sell, but if you buy 0.2 Solana of HEEHEE between now and noon Eastern time, you have an hour and 42 minutes. you will automatically be entered into a $100 worth of HEEHEE giveaway. We did this on Friday. I said that I would, if you're still holding Monday, I will transfer you. I will get $100 worth of HEEHEE transferred to you. And so, and then I just got that done this morning. So that person received $100 worth of HEEHEE. It was 1 out of 25 potential buyers in a span of an hour who got in. And so your chances are pretty good. So again, between now and noon Eastern time, if you buy 0.2 Solana worth of HEEHEE and you're still holding it by noon, you will at some point this week you will be automatically entered into an opportunity to receive $100 worth of HEEHEE. So there we go. Neil, were you the one who won? That's awesome. So you think Ether will do bad? No, I think Ether is going to do fine. I just don't care how it does. So thoughts on LCX, $7.37. How do we let you know? I see it all on the blockchain. Blessings. I look at the wallets that buy, and I Google, I go to this website, if there's 25 people who buy between now and noon Eastern, I go to a website, give me a number between 1 and 25, and whatever number that is, I scroll down and I choose that person. So, thoughts on Duke still holding? I'm still holding my Duke, yeah. Thoughts on spike on Solana down to $15 million market cap? I don't know. I haven't looked into it. I've gotten 2 separate requests to do a video on Spike, a paid video on Spike. I'll be real. And I've rejected both of those requests. And like one of the people was begging me because of how, like, apparently, it's dumping. I'm not looking at the chart. You still think market will top in 2024 Q4? I think there will be a peak in 2024 Q4. A peak, not the peak. And 2025 is going to be brutal. I think we'll put in a higher high in 2026. Thought on Wolf on Solana. I've made 2 videos about Wolf. I found it, I was fortunate enough when it was at a $16 million market cap to realize, to find, like, this is the Wolf. This is the Matt Fury one. So I was like, I blasted it out. So Bitcoin at 52K anytime soon? It could. 2026, I don't think so, but it could. 2026 is going to be bear, is it not? 2026 is when rates are going to be much lower than where they are now, and quantitative easing is going to be insane. That's why I think no. I am not a believer in the 4-year cycle. I'm a believer in money cycles. All right, let me get back to YouTube comments here. So Velo's having a nice pump. I'm not going to look at the Velo chart. Thoughts on Jasmine and Injective? Jasmine's just holding up like a beast, man. Jasmine's just, it's holding up so well. I have an 11.5 cent price target. Yeah, I think RCD is going to do well. I have an 11.5 cent price target for Jasmine. That's probably too low. Injective, 2187. Man, that was the time to buy. Why do I not do what I think it's going to... I have my charts, and then I have what I do. And what I do does not match up with what the charts show me. And I'm looking at Injective, and I had the buy zone, and it went to the buy zone, and now it's gone. That was the bottom. 1908, 1849, a little under $18 or so was the bottom for Injective. Do you think DeSci will gain much exposure / interest in the run coming? Yes, definitely. You think OrdiSwap will do well? I don't know. I'm very skeptical of new utility now. ICP and ADA at this time, I already talked about that in this live stream. They both look good for swing pattern failure entries. So OPSEC is causing me to be disillusioned by new utility. They all seem like money grabs. I mean, some are probably fine, but I don't know. I don't know what to say about any of them really. Thanks for answering, guys. Again, I'm live on YouTube. World War Bitcoin. I cannot answer every question on TikTok. Why do you feel LCX can 45x from here if your target is 750? Because my target's $7.37. That's why. Okay. So, do you think DeSci will gain much? Yeah, answered that. Ali, what? Hello, Sohail. Hope you're doing well. What's your ASI market cap prediction? I have no idea. I don't care. I have no desire to answer any questions about ASI. I don't like the merge. So RBN making a nice push. All right, I'm not going to look at that, but sounds good. Good morning, Huggy. Hello, Uwu. Sage is stressed with millions in his bank account. Okay, all right. Do you think, all right, let's see. I'm going to buy more HEEHEE. There we go, Sohail. What do you think about Nakamoto Games? Do you think it's dead? Thank you very much. I was looking at the Nakamoto Games by accident, the Nakamoto Games price chart the other day, and I was like, that actually looks pretty good. I'm not a huge fan of Nakamoto Games. I made a video on my YouTube channel giving a price target on it. It's not a very aggressive price target, not anywhere near in comparison to what a lot of people predicted. I don't remember the price target for it. But Naka looks pretty strong right now, the chart. So that might provide a good entry. It already filled where I would have longed it. So now what? Maybe just get in. All right, no, they are right. Coach Ty says Sage clearly dumped. That's why I stay away. Nothing shading him, but that chart. I'm open-minded. You know, like I said, Ty, I don't know if you're going to be there in Nashville next week. Blockchain Boy told me told me that that he and a bunch of other guys are renting this really, really nice Airbnb, and I'm going to stop by one day and chat with those guys. So never met any of them. You're going to give me a big hug. I've never met any other content creator, influencer in person in my life, and I'm going to meet most of them next week. That's insane to me. Trump with gun next. Okay. Should I exchange FET for AKT worth 3K? That actually might not be that bad of an idea. I just don't know. Listen, I haven't done any research on ASI. I'm not going to do any research on ASI. I don't care about it. So asking me that question is like asking anyone else that question. Lucas is awesome. Joe. All right. YouTube. Done. I'm in. All right. All right. There's no way Sage was sniped. The reason Sage is stressed is because people figured out his BS. Okay. All right. Alex, what do you think about Arweave? Arweave is going to blow beyond my price target. I'm so impressed by how they've done so far. I mean, it's at $25. I have like a $111 price target, something like that. So, do you like Spike? I haven't really looked into Spike. Arweave doesn't necessarily look like something I'd be interested in buying just yet. I bet the 4-hour chart looks pretty good. So, green Satoshi token, I do not know why, but I bought it anyway. Okay. All right. Do you think crypto market is pricing in Trump's inauguration early? A little bit. Ooh, yeah, I thought about this. Okay. Think about this, guys. 2016. In 2016, we all thought that Hillary Clinton was going to win. All right. I thought that Hillary Clinton was going to win. The market priced in a Hillary Clinton win. When Trump won, the markets popped the next day because obviously he's more friendly to business than Hillary Clinton's going to be. And so this time around, is that going to happen again? Well, I mean, Trump's the favorite right now. And so I'm not against Ether. I just don't care. They launched a $300 million market cap. Guys, come on. So this time around, if Trump's the favorite, you shouldn't wake up the day after Election Day expecting the market to just instantly pop. Now, I wouldn't be surprised if there was still a little bit of an upward move or a decent upward move because you never know. Okay, it's like, let's say he's 60% likely to win or 75% likely to win according to the markets. If and when he wins, he'll be 100% likely to be president, or should I say 99%? So ETH ETF win-in target. I don't know when. My price target's $11,689. How likely is Bitcoin to close the CME gap? Oh, it's going to happen. It's just a matter of when. I would say, should I say this week? You know what? Gun to my head, I think it'll fill the gap this week. I hope not. We've had plenty of CME gaps throughout the history of Bitcoin. Nothing new with this one. An extraordinary event happened. Just like, okay, you know what? Actually, I'm going to say no. I don't think the CME gap's going to fill this week. Who knows about later? And the reason why I'm thinking this, I'm just thinking this out loud, is like when we had the Luna collapse, when we had the FTX collapse, those created CME futures gaps that we could not get back to because those were over the weekend. You know, those were dumps during low volume periods. We just could not go back up to those levels. What happens over this weekend? Like a yo-yo. Oh, okay, you're criticizing me. 10,000% it fills in August. It will fill. I think it'll fill sooner rather than later. I mean, like a yo-yo. Come on, Christopher, man. I'm processing out loud. I'm thinking out loud. As I was talking, I was remembering what happened when extraordinary events happened over the weekend. And I remembered something. And here you are calling me out for flip-flopping like a yo-yo. Okay. All right. Too much bullish news and Trump speaking at Nashville. Listen, I'm probably not going to be there when he speaks. It would be in our benefit if everyone in that room at the conference screamed as loudly as possible when Trump entered the room and when Trump was introduced. I'm not allowed to change my mind. Get your crystal ball out and be perfect. I did not think about crypto all weekend. I had stuff going on personally. I did not think about crypto all weekend. I come in my office, I make a video, and go live, having not thought about crypto all weekend. All right, thoughts on OrdiSwap? I already answered that. Ponky, very, very bullish on Ponky. Do you think based AI will do well? I don't know anything about it. Thoughts on RBN? If you're talking about Ribbon Finance, I like it a little. I like it fundamentally. Okay, so thoughts on Aptos? I have a $50 billion market cap market cap target. That's $111. AOS and Render, buying AOS and Render on August 1st. Dion Protocol, don't know anything about it. Sorry. Will you vlog your trip? I will certainly be making content in Nashville. You know, I'll be there with my entire family, so it's not like I'm just going to have all this time to be doing stuff. But I'll definitely make some videos. I won't be going live next week. I won't be able to. I mean, maybe I'll go live on my phone a little bit, but Would you get in Jasmine Injective now? Then I'll set limit orders, but not just get in on. I mean, if you just do regular buys, yeah, I think those are good to get in on. Are there any coins on your price list that you have changed your mind on a big way to the negative? Yes. VRA. I'm open to, so VRA, I have less conviction about quant, less conviction about ICP, but I still think they're going to do multiples, you know. But VRA is the biggest one that I've changed my mind on because of whatever is going on with their tokenomics. Did you buy the pre-sale for Vault AI? I bought the pre-sale after you mentioned them a few weeks ago and they still haven't launched yet. Yes, I did. Yeah, I'm waiting, just like everyone else. Alex, if you do look into Spike, there are two of them. One looks fishy. Okay. Flork thoughts. Flork's going to be just fine. If you were holding ETH, what would you trade it for? Right now, I'm looking at the major alts. We see a reversal. If we're seeing a reversal, the major alts are going to be the best ones to buy for a time, for a short time. Screen gun, I don't know what that means. Buy Caspa as much as you can. Now, Caspa's been holding up very well this entire time. I'm so impressed. Oh, wow. Yeah, Caspa looks great. DCA into Caspa, not financial advice. Seriously, keep on going up for next year or this year, this end of year or not? Okay. I'll say what I've been saying for a while. All right, actually, I switched a little bit. All right, so back and forth like a yo-yo. All right. I believe we will hit a new all-time high in the fourth quarter of this year. And the altcoin market cap will hit a new all-time high. And that will be a local peak. Now, this is where I differ from a lot of people. So earlier I said that would be the peak of euphoria. I think it'll be euphoristic in some ways, like March was. There were 1,000 people in this live stream. People were very excited. I don't think it's going to be the peak of euphoria anymore. I believe, and sorry, Ty, close your ears. I believe 2025 is going to be brutal. And the reason why I think that is just look at what happens after they cut rates. We'll probably have a couple months of excitement. First rate cut in September, most likely. A couple of months of excitement. Trump gets elected. We'll have maybe a month or two more of excitement. And then everyone is going to be talking about this bull run to end all bull runs. Bitcoin to $200,000, the total crypto market cap to $12 trillion. And it's about at that time where I plan on exiting a large majority of my portfolio. Now, I'll constantly be trading. I'll be buying things for short-term gains, but for the most part, I will be out. I will convert that to something else. I don't know what. Maybe even hold cash. And then what I will be waiting for is for whenever rates bottom out. If we have a soft landing, I would expect rates to bottom out at 2 to 3%. If we have something like a black swan event or a Lehman moment in 2025, which I believe is very much on the table, I think they'll lower rates to 0 and everyone's going to be panicking and people are going to lose a lot of money. And then I will be back in for the bull run to end all bull runs, for the best buying opportunity of this decade. But the timeline that I'm picturing for that is November 2025 or so, when most people are saying Bitcoin's going to be like $200,000. I think it's going to be closer to like $30,000. Or under $30,000. That's if we have a Lehman moment. If it's a soft landing, throw all that out of the window. I think it would be lower than where it is now. But Alessandro, what's up? All right. Fluffy by Matt Fury and Solana. Never heard of it. Maybe I'll look into it at some point. Are you buying more Sage? I might buy a little bit more Sage. I still think it's going to do well, even everything you guys say. So, Alex, don't think about crypto. It went up this weekend. Didn't think about crypto. It went up this weekend. So, I mean, yeah, I did see. Listen, I didn't. It's not like I thought zero about crypto. You know, I was just really busy with some other stuff, personal stuff. So then when Trump got shot, I was like, you know, I mean, all right, yeah, of course crypto is going to go up. I mean, most people are going to increase the odds that that he's going to win now. So how would you split 10K between Brett and Pepe? I'm sorry for the bland answer. I'm just going to say 5K each. IONET thoughts. I don't know anything about it. Thoughts on Velo. I like Velo. Don't have any other specific thoughts on it. I sold my ICP for Arrow and Ondo. All right. Spectral AI. I don't know. I mean, I don't know anything about it. How dare you fluctuate as the market fluctuates? Yeah. Calling for crash. Am I calling for a crash? That's a weird question. Crypto crashes. I mean, if I was calling it, like asking if I'm calling for a crash is like asking if I'm calling for fish to swim in the water. There will be a crash. It's just a matter of when. When do you think is a good entry for EOS? I'm not seeing any evidence that you should enter EOS right now. You think this pump happened just for Trump? It's more of the market pricing in a higher likelihood of a Trump win. What do you hold long term? Just Bitcoin. I'll hold Bitcoin. I'll hold gold. I'm DCAing into Walmart right now. Walmart, the stock. There is no Walmart crypto that I know of. Walmart held up very well during the great financial crisis of 2008. I think it'll do the same thing. I want to sell options, covered calls with my Walmart shares. Should I move my ICP into LCX? That question, man, I don't know enough of your situation to give you an answer to that question. How much ICP do you have? Is it your only holding? How much LCX do you have? Should you sell all of it? Are you asking if you should sell all of it? If you don't own any LCX, sure, but ICP is looking pretty strong right now after a long time of weakness. And LCX is looking okay. Excuse me. Oh my goodness. Is Riot a good buy? Wow. Like saliva just went down the wrong throat. I've been buying a lot of Riot blockchain. Bought Trump gold coin. I have about $20,000 worth of Riot blockchain. Mostly so I can sell options against it. Sell covered calls, which I need to be careful with that because Riot blockchain pumped a lot this morning and my strike price is 10.50. Holding MAGA coin, I got in and out of that very quickly. I made like $50. You have more than one throat. Whatever I said, you know what I meant. The wrong pipe, whatever it's called, you know. Near looking nice again. Let's check out Near. I missed out the other day. And I mean, MAGA's down, at least the one that I bought. I'm assuming I bought the right one. Near has put in a higher high. All right, here's the problem with a lot of these altcoins. I mean, I'll give you an entry for Near, but you're not going to like it. You're going to think it's too low, which is why, you know, I'm very eager to get into a lot of these altcoins. But, you know, last 7 days for Near, it's been up only. Last 10 days, it's been up only. So Near's at $5.54. I wouldn't consider putting an entry into Near until it got down to $4.71. So Are we near completion yet on the Ethereum ETF? I don't know. Yeah, Pendle's doing great. Yes. Yeah. Would you train Bitcoin for alt? Not yet. No. You're just brainstorming. Don't let these guys get to you. Has your Bitcoin target changed, or do you still foresee 155 in Q4 2024? Or is that target considering a 4-year cycle? I do not believe Bitcoin's hitting 155K in the fourth quarter of 2024. I believe that we will, somebody asked me the other day what I think a peak would be for Bitcoin if it's a local top, just like it was in March. And the number that keeps sticking out to me is, if you know anything about Bitcoin 5.3 theory, yeah, user 358. Bitcoin 5.3 theory is just screaming in my head. I made a video about that on my YouTube channel. Crypto Crew University introduced that. And that number is somewhere between $79,000 and $80,000. But if Bitcoin goes to $79,000 to $80,000, that's all we need for a lot of excitement with altcoins and meme coins. So there is a fantastic, there's money to be made. There's a lot of money to be made. Thank you, Novi. HEEHEE entry point now. I mean, now's fine. I did announce already when HEEHEE got to, at 10:18 a.m. Eastern time. It's 10:45 a.m. or 10:41 a.m. where I am right now. Between now and noon, so you have an hour and 15 minutes. Any buy of HEEHEE will be entered into a raffle, if you will. Any 0.2 Solana, minimum 0.2 Solana buy of HEEHEE will be entered into a raffle to win $100 worth of HEEHEE. You have to have been holding it by noon. Last week, some people instantly bought and sold, and I was like, no, you're not in the contest, okay? So last week, I did this, and 25 or so people bought. That's pretty good chances. And you're buying an asset that I am convinced will go higher. So Ton and Brett, Ton is a beast. It's in the top 10. So I mean, I don't know how much higher how many X's it has in it, but the sky's the limit for Ton. It's just, what dip for Ton? It's much higher than where it was in March. What was that called? 5.3 theory for Bitcoin. Market sentiment seems to be changing. I talked about this. The video got so few views, and it's really frustrating. The Russell 2000 has hit a 2024 high. It seems like it's breaking out. Now, there are certain retraces. It's right now in the middle of the golden pocket. But the Russell 2000 is a sign that, all right, we have the Dow Jones going crazy, hitting new all-time highs. We have the NASDAQ. The NASDAQ's on an absolute tear. But what was happening, how many minutes from now? You have an hour and 15 minutes. What was happening is that all of that was going to like the big ones, the big stocks. People were consolidating. That was not a sign of risk off, even though the Dow Jones and S&P and the NASDAQ were pumping like crazy. The Russell 2000 was a better sign of breadth in the market, that money was being spread out to some of these smaller cap stocks. And after the CPI report on Thursday, the Russell 2000 broke out and now is at a 2024 high. And I said in that video, that's a good sign for Bitcoin, that Bitcoin is going to get back within the range between $60,000 and $70,000 that it held for 18 weeks. And that's what happened. Now, Trump got shot. And so did that contribute to it? Sure. But, all right, Brex, thank you. Thank you. I mean, not that I benefit from that, aside from I'm really invested personally, emotionally into this, but that's awesome. So now, Russell 2000, if Russell 2000 is going to keep going up, which I think it will, that's a good sign that Bitcoin's going to keep going up. So Price prediction on Rose. I'm not a huge fan of Rose, but I did make a price target video on my YouTube channel. If you look up World War Bitcoin Rose, you'll find it there. It's $1.25. LCX to $6 end of the year still. No. I mean, first of all, my price target $7.37. Second of all, I never said end of the year. I mean, I did. There was a time that I said that I thought peak euphoria would hit by the end of the year. So I guess you can, if you took that as end of the year, I apologize. But I have changed my perspective. I think we're going to hit another local peak by the end of the year, with new all-time highs in Bitcoin and a new all-time high in the total 2, total 3 market cap. But I do not think that LCX is going to $7.37 by the end of the year. A HEEHEE tumbler would solve that problem. There we go. LCX $7 this year, next year's. I'm sorry to say this, man. 2026. I'm sorry. Alex, is your goal this year is to make enough to send all your kids to Harvard? I don't know if I want my kids to go to Harvard. And the answer is no. I don't know, man. I had a full scholarship to college, and that might have been actually, those first 10 years out of college might have been better off if I did not get a full scholarship to college. So I don't know what to say to that question. Hello, thoughts on Alephium? I have a very high price target for Alephium. Hillsdale, you know what? That might be that's on the list of colleges that I would want my kids to go to. Yeah. Do you like Spike? I haven't looked at it. Did I hear about Sage Coin? We've talked plenty about Sage on this live stream. All right, Alephium, sorry. Let me look at the Alephium chart. Alephium, $1.18. All right, I mean, good spike on Alephium, but still not quite. As far as, like, you want a DCA in Alephium, fine, you know? But there's nothing here that makes me see the strength. That's why I'm saying I'm looking at larger cap cryptos and then eventually smaller cap ones. So these price targets you're saying probably won't hit till 2026-ish. Kevin, that's a new development, but yes. And again, all right, what's the play? People telling me, all right, here's something that happened last week. Somebody asked me a question. Essentially, like, that's a bold statement saying that we're not going to have it like normal, these 4-year halving cycles, that it's not going to be the way it's always been. And what I said is the burden of proof is actually on you. Because what we have right now is a crypto market that exists in conditions that it's never existed in before, which is higher rates than we've seen since 2008, and before then, you know, early, you know, the early 2000s, higher rates. So when in late 2020, Bitcoin was up only. It was a really fun time to be in crypto. In late 2020, Bitcoin was up only. And so a lot of people are expecting Bitcoin late 2020 going into 2021 up only. It's going to be the same thing. And what I would say is different between now and 2020, and really every other time that crypto has existed, is that rates were at or near zero during those times, and quantitative easing was very much the flavor of the day. Right now, rates are between 525 to 550 basis points, and we're tightening. And so I would say the burden of proof is on you that we're going to have these explosive moves in 2025. And I think what actually is going to happen is that we're going to bleed and grind all throughout 2025. And then if we have another Lehman moment, which I think we will, they'll panic and lower rates to zero, and Bitcoin will be at a very great buying opportunity, and altcoins will be. And then we'll have something similar to COVID, in terms of rates and liquidity injected into the system. And that's when I'm going to be insanely bullish. And that's when I'm going to be, it's one of those things where at that time, my price targets, people tell me my price targets are too conservative. If it plays out like that, yes, my price targets will be way too conservative. So 2026-ish, yes. Just think about it. All right, COVID crash. Rates were coming. They were lowering rates, bringing rates slowly down to zero. COVID crash, rates to zero. Rates to zero, stimulus, quantitative easing. Bitcoin went from $3,500 to $69,000 in a year and a half. Rates to zero. Bitcoin, let's just say $30,000. Forgive me. Bitcoin panic. Bitcoin goes down at or near $30,000. And I have a $155,000 price target for Bitcoin for this run, for this cycle. I would be hard pressed to think that it would only in an environment like that get to $155,000. But what I'm saying is, you know, we'll have some fun in 2024. But there's going to be a lot of pain first. Tim, thank you so much. Thoughts on Rio and Pal? I like both of them. Sorry, that's all I'm going to say. You know, Pal has partnered with HEEHEE, so good signs for Pal. What's your pick on the RWA sector? Rio is a good one. Prop C. Pendle and AOs are my top two in RWA. Is it possible to do TA on low caps, let's say 200 million? I would say anything under 50 million TA is just it's astrology. You could do stuff for 200 million. What happened with ICP? Why is everyone wanting to sell? I mean, seems like today people want to buy. AOS is RWA? I don't think so. Crypto market needs tons of people to invest so they can be liquidity. That's when it will happen. I think I'm saying the same thing. Yeah. So does Bonk have good potential? Yeah. When are we selling Solana? Not for a while, man. What is he doing, Pal? I mean, they announced it. We announced them. I mean, they developed a bot for our Telegram group. So is Render and ICP ready for entry? I would be looking for ICP, yes, but you know, a lower entry than where it is right now. Render, again, my play with Render is August 1st. Ahead of the NVIDIA earnings report. Sell on the day of the NVIDIA earnings report. Not quite yet for Render. So when like 80 to 82K, we all sell depending on the sentiment. You know, there's other things that I'll pay attention to at the time, Alessandro. Like if we got to 80 or 82K in August, I would probably not sell. If we got to 80 to 82K in November or December, I would probably sell. If you had 2K today, would you put it in crypto, stocks, or gold? Crypto, easy. And listen, there would be a time when my answer is different, but right now the answer is crypto. And the reason why is the thing that I said about the Russell 2000. Check out my second most recent video for information about that. Are you bullish on VRA when you look at the chart? Am I still bullish on VRA? I'm less bullish on VRA. Looking at the chart, might be ready. It might. Oh, it's very close. I can't say quite yet. But this is one to keep an eye on for sure, VRA. Thoughts on LimeWire? I've been saying for a while, LimeWire is going to be an epic pump and dump. All of their vesting is going to be released in 2025. To me, that just communicates they're in this to make a quick buck. It's not the same LimeWire. They just bought all of the naming, you know. Solana, good entry price? No. Solana pumped a lot this weekend, which just goes to show what Solana is going to do when it's just full blown, we're off to the races. I would wait for sure on Solana. I mean, Solana has looked very strong, put in a double bottom. That would have been a great time to buy when it got down to 125, 120 or so. Now we're looking, it's at the top. I'm not going to short Solana right now, but if you force me to long or short Solana, I would short it right at this moment. I'd be looking for an entry maybe around this fib level here. What is that? I think that's a 0.5 fib. Yeah. That's $136. If it got down to $136, I'd be getting in pretty hard on Solana. So another pullback. Higher lows, that's all. You know, we have opportunity now. We have the opportunity that I've been waiting for. I haven't been DCAing. But a lot of these cryptos, not all of them, but several of them have put in higher highs on the daily chart. And so now I'm waiting for a higher low before I long, or before I not DCA, before I go in. So don't worry. I mean, things go up, things go down. Even in uptrends, we have times of up and down, up and down. And so I'm telling you, I'm excited. Like, we might be at the beginning of a new uptrend after 4 months of being in just a straight downtrend with almost every altcoin. So guys, now is a great time to be hopeful. Last week at this time, looking at the chart, seeing we were just straight down, I would have said there's no reason even now to be hopeful that we're going to see a reversal until we see something, some sign that things are reversing. Fast forward this week, we're finally seeing a sign that things are reversing. I did make a video, and then I guess I forgot about it. Like in March, April, when it was up only for such a long time, and then we were starting to see some signs of reversal, I did communicate, like, I don't know, man, summer might be rough. The next few months might be rough. It was just a thing in the corner of my mind. It wasn't the primary thought in the front of my mind. And that's exactly what happened. And now we're seeing signs that the same thing that happened in March, that same concern that I had, or same thing, it was really April. Like, okay, a lot of these cryptos are putting in lower lows. Now I'm saying the opposite is like, all right, it seems like a lot of these cryptos are putting in higher highs. This could be a bull trap. It could be a fake out. I'm just saying, it seems like it's time. I'm more optimistic now short term than I've been in quite a while. Thoughts? AO's bullish. Trump was an orange swan event. That's fantastic. Is crypto pumping because of Trump incident? That was a catalyst potentially for something that was going to happen eventually. I was on, thank you, Kristen. I was on a space with Devin Dajewski. We do this every week. He's community takeover of Solnic Coin, and we've been talking about, the last thing we talked about is, like, sentiment wise, July is, I think, the worst month of the year. Sentiment wise, July is the worst month of the year because it's just low volume, the dog days of summer for those of us in the northern hemisphere, and things just drag on. It's really depressing. But then if you look at dollars and cents wise, July's open and its close is usually higher. And usually what happens is we do see a pump at the end of July. That happened in 2021. In 2022, July was a rare green month in a year that was just miserable. In 2023, it was okay. It was just ranging. In 2019, that was after 2021 was a significant year. 2020, July Bitcoin started out at $9,000, and then it closed the month at $12,000, but that was all at the end of the month. It seems like at the end of the month, at the end of July, we tend to make some kind of move higher. So is crypto pumping because of the Trump incident? What I'm saying is if you remove the Trump incident, crypto would have eventually pumped. ICP's pumping. Thoughts on Alephium? I've talked about Alephium enough. Not yet. Not yet, Alephium. Have you looked into Dogeverse? I have not. Have you shared your price targets, the price targets 24 to 26 sheet? Notice I've changed it from 24 to 26. You can see this. I'm posting it. It is posted in the chat on my YouTube channel. Guys, I'm live on YouTube, World War Bitcoin. World War Bitcoin. I can answer every question there. I cannot answer every question on TikTok. All right. What is the Lehman moment? Lehmen. That was the moment in 2008 when Lehman Brothers collapsed. And he probably already, all right. Lehman Brothers collapsed and the S hit the fan. That would have caused a domino effect that would have caused the entire financial sector to collapse. But instead, the federal government came in with all this stimulus, which we thought was insane at the time. $800 billion? Are you out of your mind? And now that's like what we call Tuesday. And they came in and oh man, I hate to say it. I just don't know. I don't like everything would have collapsed if they didn't do that. You know, Hank Paulson. That's what I mean. That was like, I wouldn't call that a canary in the coal mine. I would call that like the coal mine. Yeah, bankruptcy of Lehman Brothers. Yep. But why a similar event could happen to who? Just listen, whenever they raise rates, historically, whenever they raise rates and then they pause and then they lower rates because a recession is coming. Okay, they lower rates because a recession is coming. And so given the aggressiveness with which they raised rates, all of these banks, they have all of these unrealized, massive unrealized losses that they're trying to ride out. And will they be able to ride it out? Well, I mean, as the economy weakens and as they're lowering rates, I tend to think that somebody, you know, we've already seen a lot of the smaller banks collapse. And I wouldn't really even say all that smaller. I mean, Silicon Valley Bank was the 20th largest bank in the country. But as we're heading into a weakening economy, I would think that something significant is going to happen. I don't know what that's going to be, but something like a Lehman Brothers collapse in 2025, which is why I do not think Bitcoin is going to be $200,000 in November of 2025. With all the focus on meme coins, it seems now is a great time to get into AI altcoins. No, what am I missing? I'm talking about low cap tokens like Node AI, PAL, YAI, Hash AI. I'm just not on the charts. I'm not. You'll probably be fine. Yes, but I'm not seeing enough strength. I'm seeing strength in the larger cap altcoins, but 40 banks close in China a week. Have any of those been the 20th largest bank like Silicon Valley? You know. Alex, can you name an easy 10x if I was to buy a coin today? Nope. There's no such thing as an easy 10x. If there was an easy 10x, it would instantly become a not easy 10x. But look at my price target spreadsheet. I believe we will hit many of those targets at some point. And you know what? An easy 10x, let me say Bitcoin. You didn't give me a time frame. So Bitcoin's it's the easiest 10x in human history. But you're going to have to wait a while. You're going to have to wait a really long time. And thanks as always, Alex. Really appreciate your lives. Thank you. You want an easy 10x? Go somewhere else. I'm done with that. You guys wanted your easy 10x's. And I gave you high risk, high reward cryptos. So there were some 10x's in there. But people would watch a video a month after I made it and buy the top and get really angry with me. And I'm like, screw you. You want your easy 10Xs. Larry Fink today. Larry Fink says today Bitcoin is digital gold. Media is blowing up. Bitcoin highs incoming. All right. Sounds good. What's your thoughts on Octo, Ken, and Akala? I don't know enough about any of those. I've been buying Noble like crazy. What's your thoughts? Noble will have its day. Finally, we see Bitcoin go to new all-time highs. I wouldn't be surprised if Noble and AXGT just went absolutely bonkers. But we still have a while, I think. All right, Total 3 is pumping. Yeah, Total 3 looks good, so maybe that was a bear trap. Forget about bull traps. Total 3 is coming back. I mean, it's right at its 21-week EMA. Let me look at Total 2. Same deal with Total 2. Total 2 is beyond the 21-week EMA. So, would you get into Ondo now or wait? All right, so SolDocs. I have not looked at SolDocs. Let me look at SolDocs. I get questions about it. I haven't really paid attention to it really at all. Is this it? Market cap 204K? Maybe it looks like it bottomed out at least. I hope that's the right one. Aleph.ia, 40 million market cap on Coinbase. Aleph.ai. VXV, please. I'm not a fan of VXV. But I do have a chart on TradingView. If I can find it. There we go. 36 cents. No reason to be buying VXV right now. None at all. Unless, you want a DCA, that's fine. When to buy Noble? You know what? How about just 73,000 Bitcoin? $73,000 Bitcoin, I'd be buying some Noble. YFI worth to invest? I don't think so. Oh, that is the one. Okay. All right, would you get into Ondo now? Would you sell Ondo before in December? Yes, I would. Yeah. All right, Ondo. I wouldn't be surprised if Ondo was looking very strong right now. Let me look at the chart here. $1.04. It looks all right. Oh, yeah. You know what? I did talk about this. I was just like, all right, there's a battle going on here. We have the top of this range. It got back into its old range. And then it was holding the 20-week SMA very well. But so what was going to happen? Are we gonna just keep on getting resistance? Because there was this support resistance flip. Support became resistance, but then we broke through with Ondo. I would look for an entry right at 97 cents and some change, between 97 and 98 cents, right there, praying that it would come down to that level. There's very little to the downside. I would say the 20-week SMA at 92 cents would be the bottom. So, thoughts on RCD? I'm still in on RCD. Give it time. I think I'm convinced that Aaron, man, it's under 200,000. I just very much believe in Aaron. That's all I'll say. I'm probably going to be buying some more soon. It did the thing that every meme coin does. Had its first initial pump, and then it's trying to find its consolidation level. But do you think Bitcoin will hit a new all-time high? That 74,000 was not the peak. If so, there is a gold mine. RCD, you do you, HEEHEE, a lot of these cryptocurrencies, they're going to go much higher. HEEHEE is an easy 10x. There we go. Thoughts on Aerodrome? I've talked enough about Aerodrome. I do think it bottomed out last week. All right, just a reminder, everybody, you have 50 minutes left. If you buy 0.2 Solana minimum worth of HEEHEE between now and noon, and you don't just buy and sell immediately, but if you buy 0.2 Solana worth of HEEHEE between now and noon, you will automatically be entered into a raffle to win $100 worth of HEEHEE. And Brex bought 0.9 Solana. So, do you think we've seen the bottom? I tend to think yes, but I'm holding out just a little bit longer. And I am looking for entries on longs and on swing pattern failure trades on a lot of altcoins right now. So that my trading communicates more so yes that I would say that I think we've hit the bottom. How can we look at your price prediction spreadsheet? It's in the description of any YouTube video that I've made. Not my live stream videos, but my regular ones. And I just posted it in the YouTube comment section. So, is the 3x on Solana realistic? My price target's $694. That's a 4x. Are you investing in Caspa? I must. Yeah, RCD getting shredded. I trust Aaron, man. I know you don't like DOT. I have some left over from last bull. Dumper wait. Initials are out. Initials are out. Hold on. I mean, I don't like DOT, but my price target's in the $40 area. I did communicate that I thought DOT was looking pretty good. Let me give an entry for DOT. If it puts in a higher high on the daily, it's wicked. It's put in a double top right now. If it puts in, let's say DOT gets to like 650 or so, I would be looking for an entry somewhere between $5.88 and $6.10, something like that. Oh man, Christopher. Bottom this week, 4 figures last week. Which is it? You're being a prick, man. 4 figures. When did I say 4 figures? Did I say we're imminently going to 4 figures? No, I have been incredibly consistent, but you're just being a total tool. I said under a scenario where we reach a point where what's it called? Where we have something worse than 2008, it is entirely possible for Bitcoin to go to 4 figures. Exactly. I said that. November of 2025. If you forced me to choose between 6 figures and 4 figures in November of 2025, I would choose 4 figures. I stick with that 100%. Does that mean that I have to be bearish right now? Does HEEHEE contract end in EXPHGH? I know what it starts with. It starts with 90LUVBG. 90LUVB. Yeah, that's right. EXPHG. Yep. I'm like a yo-yo, man. I'm very bearish for 2025, okay? I'm sticking to that. I am very, very bearish for 2025. That does not mean I have to be bearish now. Do you have to convert your Alex Labs to version 2? If so, how? I have no idea. Retail is so to come in. All right. Hey, Alex, new question here. You generally mention falling knife. Is there a technical name to learn more about that pattern? It's just straight down. That's all. Downtrend, straight down. Do you see Bitcoin pulling back to the 50s? It can certainly happen. Yes. I am seeing signs for the first time since March, in a lot of altcoins at least, of a trend reversal. Will DJI games make a comeback? I don't know. I think that there's at least a dead cat bounce, which means there's a lot of money to be made in buying DGI right now. Hopper, please. I have a Hopper price target. $1.36. Trend reversal to the upside or downside? Upside. Certainly could be a bull trap, but yeah, upside. Is Radix a good buy? Radix is trash. Tomorrow members only will be interesting. Lavi, I'm gonna be doing lots of research on entries for altcoins. So yeah. Alex, where can I buy HEEHEE? You need a Solana-based wallet. And you need to connect to Jupiter, Radium. You could do it on Coinbase wallet. I do Cast, but yeah. Alex, let's see. How come you have some 40x price targets? What types of cryptos are they? You're going to have to watch the videos, man. I put so much work in those videos. How do I answer that question? I mean, when I made my price target videos, it was between January and April. And a lot of those prices were not 40x at the time. So maybe this is the buying opportunity, or maybe what you should do, not financial advice, is when we bottom out in November of 2025 or whenever that is, thereabouts, you buy for more than a 40x potentially. Yeah, Soulflare's fine. Yep, that's right, Alessandro. All right, I got to switch to subscriber only on TikTok. If you want to stay in this live stream, head over to YouTube, World War Bitcoin. All right, Big Perm. Yeah, price prediction on Polygon still good. All right. I really appreciate your content. What's your thoughts about the tokenomics of Jupiter? If Solana goes, Jupiter goes, but the larger token unlocks look scary. I looked into that in my Jupiter video. So let me see here, Jupiter. I analyzed their tokenomics. I covered all of that. I have a $16.67 price target. And that factored in unlocks and everything. I look at all of that. So so I don't have any other thoughts on it. Tomorrow, let's see. Good morning, Ollie. Is there enough uptrend on some of these alts yet to start drawing bullish fibs? Not yet, no. Thoughts on Demetria? I don't know anything about it. Still think AI tech can reclaim its top before 2025 dumping in 2025 like all crypto market. I know let me do a Kosh real quick. Let me look at it here. AKT price prediction, $27.13. What was I looking at? Oh yeah, AI tech. It's possible. It's possible that it will reclaim things. Let me see here. Oh yeah, 40 cents, that's definitely possible. What are the member-only lives like? Is it worth joining in if I'm not interested in actively trading? Rockfort, it's a lot easier for me to give more in-depth answers on questions there. So any question you have, you can get it answered there. If I'm going to make a video about a really small cap cryptocurrency, I do alert my subscribers and members there. That's probably worth it alone. I haven't really even been focusing on trading all that much lately, but the next members only live stream we'll be doing a lot of talking about trading. So Do you think we already saw the top for render? Very much no. No, I do not. So you reckon at the end of the year will be sort of a bull trap before the market going into bear mode in 2025 and euphoria will return in 2026? Pretty much, yeah. I think I already know. Let's say Bitcoin gets to $80,000. That 95 to 98% of people are going to be talking about are going to be talking about what's it called? Sorry, I got distracted by Mike's comment. Let me get there in a second. They're going to be talking about this is the time. This is the time to get in. Bitcoin is 6 figures, imminent. Alt season is going to be insane. And people are going to get burned so badly. That's my opinion. Most people disagree with me. Most people think that what I just said, 2025 is going to be this epic year for crypto. I think 2025 is going to be a bloodbath. And then rates lower, quantitative easing is back. We're not tightening anymore. The Fed is no longer unwinding their balance sheet to the tune of $25 billion a month, but instead they're adding back to their balance sheet. They're adding trillions of dollars to their balance sheet. I'm going to be insanely bullish, and a lot of these same people are going to be so devastated. I'm talking about content creators that they're gonna be gone and they're never gonna come back, and they're gonna miss out on this massive bull run. Thank you, Mike. Alex, price predictions for Land Wolf. I'm saying $1 billion, and that's all I'm saying. It can certainly go higher than that. Your sub videos never load for me. I don't know why I'm still a sub though. Man, I don't want to have to do this. Maybe I could send you a message or something on TikTok, but I don't. No guarantees that I'm going to be able to even remember that. LCX price end of 2024, 75 cents, $1, something like that. Maybe that's just throwing that out. But are the 40x cryptos all in AI gaming, etc.? That's what I meant. Not necessarily. My average is $1.21 on Polygon. Do you think I'll be able to see some returns? Yeah, definitely. Be patient. Do you know anything about NPCS token? A little bit. I'm not in on it. I'm not interested. Let's see. Price predictions for XRP, $3.02. I bought some last week, and I am holding. I sold half of it. I made a little bit. Made like $100, sold half of it. And now I'm just going to hold on to that because XRP has very close to bottomed, I think. So... Ollie, why do you say right meow? That's just I don't. Sorry, I missed what you said in OrdiSwap. I'm nervous about any new utility after OPSEC. It's more likely that you're going to get garbage wrapped in tinfoil to look shiny if you buy some new utility coin that's launching right now, because most of those are just clearly money grabs. OPSEC really messed me up in terms of like my mindset with this stuff, man. So swing pattern entries are the main strategy. Absolutely. Yes. Not always, but right now, yes. You should add the industry of the crypto, e.g. DeFi, etc., and all the X multiple column. No, I'm not going to do that. Don't give me more work. I've done plenty of work. How about you do that? Copy and paste my spreadsheet, and you add the industry. Has he talked about PNG? I have not. Let's see, Pangolin. Oh, man. All right, I forgot to add it to the spreadsheet. I did make a Pangolin video on my YouTube channel. $50 ICP by the end of 2024. That's possible. Yeah. WTF is PNG gonna do? Lovely question. All right, I don't have Pangolin on TradingView. I'm gonna add it. I need to add that one. Oh, come on. So are your thoughts small rally, crash, and then huge run when rates are shot? Would I say small rally? I would say a rally where you can make good money. You know, we're not talking about the average person who's buying right now making 20x, but more like 5x. Now, there's always going to be, you know, I got in very early on AXGT, did more than 100x on that. There's always going to be potential. There's going to be potential for 100x's. But what I'm saying is the average person right now should not be, for whatever's coming by 2024. You know, and I might be wrong about all of this, but this is where I'm standing. The 5x is a more... That should be more of an aim than a 20x. And then rates go to zero. Thank you, B. Leif. Rates go to zero or rates bottom out. That's when I would be expecting a 20x. Does it matter if Fed is lowering rates just to return to normal range versus lowering because of economic problems? They've always, I'm going to say no. It doesn't matter because they're going to say, yeah, that we're lowering rates to get to the normal range. That's what they've always said. But, oh wait, that's the balance sheet. Every time they lower rates, we enter a recession. Every time since 1955. So why would this time be different, especially given the aggressiveness with which they raised rates from 2022 to 2023? What makes this time different? What will also look like when Bitcoin hits local top end of this year? Okay, I could be wrong. Oh, like LCX. Yeah, so price target, somebody asked me for a price target at the end of this year if Bitcoin hit a local top. I would say somewhere between 75 cents and $1. So, all right, so Pangolin. I don't see anything interesting about Pangolin right now that would make me want to enter it. Aside from, like, you know, it's ranging, but it did range for a while in June. Thoughts on EGLD? I'm not a huge fan of Elrond or Multiverse X. Rebrand to Multiverse to take advantage of the next thing. Middle of the range layer ones. I'm just not too excited about those. Yeah, I know. I know. I remember watching Super Troopers. I didn't really enjoy that movie. You're welcome, Todd. $75 average on Solana. I want to buy more, but I don't love the idea of bringing my average up. Yeah, it just depends. Like, if I was satisfied with my holding of Solana, I wouldn't buy more, but it seems like you're not satisfied with your holdings. And I already gave an entry earlier today. It's this fib level right here, the 0.5 fib. That's $135.82 or so. That's where I'd be looking to get in. Can you look at LF.IA chart, please? Interested in your thoughts. All right, I gotta go soon. I'm just not excited about doing this, but I'll do it. I'm like Aleph.ia. I don't know what you're talking about. There's Aleph.im. Do you think the price will keep pumping into the Bitcoin conference? I've never seen any evidence that the Bitcoin conference has any significance in terms of causing the price to go up or not. All right, not super inflationary. That's a good sign for Aleph.im. Let me look over last month here. I mean, it looks like it might be flatlining, and now might be a good time, but that's always a gamble. It can certainly go lower. Do you think 4-year cycle theory could still be relevant? It's relevant in one regard. I mean, I do think very much so that the halving does have an effect. That Bitcoin stock to flow is a real thing, but the fact that the idea that we have to go along with what's happened these last 3 times in terms of 4-year halving cycle theory, that it has to be this way, despite whatever is going on economically, I reject that firmly. That could be the play. I could be wrong about that, and Bitcoin has this power that I am very much underestimating. It's just hard for me to go along with that. So alt can do on average 4 to 5x by end of the year if Bitcoin gets to 80K. Some alts, I wouldn't expect the large cap alts to do 4 to 5x. I'm not saying XRP or Ethereum, or what else, other top 10 or top 20 cryptos would. But a lot of the ones that you're interested in, probably, 4 to 5x. And then I'm sure there'll be plenty of meme coins that will be phenomenal returns, especially the ones that I'm talking about that still have active developers, active communities, but have flatlined. Will do more than 4 to 5x, yeah. Yeah, Jake, earlier, I think you said LCX won't hit $7 by the end of the year. What do you think it'll be by end of the year? 75 cents to $1. And then if I'm right about my price targets, or sorry, not about my price targets. If I'm right about all of this in 2025 is going to be a brutal year, I know that there's going to be a lot of people coming in to my comment sections on these price target videos saying like, you were so wrong. Your price targets were way too aggressive. And I'm going to be like, all right, wait until rates bottom out. Thoughts on land share? I'm going to have to skip the questions about land share. I know it pumped a lot. If you got in early, I'd be taking profits aggressively right now. A-Star is another one. I'm just sorry. I've been live for like an hour and 45 minutes. I need to end the live stream. Thank you all for your time. I don't know anything about A-Star. That's why I'm skipping that one. So what's happening with ASI? I don't care enough to look into it. I've been very consistent about that. I'm assuming the merge is happening today. Cool. Let me see if it's on CoinMarketCap, if there's a chart on CoinMarketCap today. And then I'm going to be done. Yeah, price not tracked. So thank you, Mike. Thank you, everyone. Have a good rest of your day.